What's a hack in your industry that customers aren't supposed to find out? Orchestral violinist. Sometimes we don't play all the notes. I worked at a restaurant and one time the chef burned the applesauce that was supposed to be served with the pork chop. He put it on the menu as smoked applesauce and people loved it. Piper dog, best dog face. Just because you're on hold doesn't mean we can't hear you. Dog trainer, this is a hack we want people to understand. One reason we can get your dog to do something so fast is because we use a high rate of reinforcement. Example, I'm training your dog to walk on leash without pulling, and we practice in your driveway. I feed the dog 20 tiny pieces of food by my knee as we walk to the end of the driveway. The first time a client tries the exercise they may use 5. The mechanics of the exercise look easy, but it takes time to get used to. And when people are practicing on their own they do other things, instead of focus on the exercise. They forget how often they need to reinforce the dog for doing the right thing. If they do the exercise for 2 minutes during each walk, with a high rate of reinforcement, roar, that may be all it takes. And once the dog starts to learn, you can gradually slow down the roar. Any Marriott booking made partially with points, with a 3-day cancellation policy, can be cancelled the same day of the booking without any fees. I used to work in the floral industry. Don't call a large national florist. Look up a local florist in your recipient's area and call them directly. Most have websites to help you choose and you'll save money on delivery and service fees which can go towards a nicer arrangement. Also, unless you order flowers regularly, the membership/loyalty program is a scam and hard to cancel. If you or a teenager you know are admitted to a name brand/expensive/rich college and their financial aid package isn't enough, write them and ask them for more money. Mention the other schools you were admitted to and that you received strong financial packages from them. Do not mention specific numbers unless it's a named scholarship, e.g., presidential, or provost. At least 5 of my students this year got between 10-20K extra in scholarship money just by soliciting for it. Most industries have retention teams because it costs 10x more to get a new customer than it costs to keep one you have. So if you call up and complain/threaten to cancel every other time they raise your rates they'll probably give you the introductory rate. Just be aware you might have to switch. Edit threaten to cancel added. Edit 2, another thing I'm seeing a lot is people getting shut down with no explanation. People hang up and call back. Just say you got disconnected, you might have better luck with another operator. Yes, they take notes, but some reps are more empowered than others. Also feel free to escalate. Make sure you know how long you've been a customer, and how long you've been up to date on your bill. If you want to extend your free trial and receive discounts, contact their customer support and ask for membership cancellation. They'll be more than happy to give you extensions plus free gifts in your next order. Same thing applies if you want a discounted membership fee, just call on the day your membership will stop. Not sure if your homeowner's insurance will cover something? Apply this one simple rule, NGT, was the damage caused by a sudden and one-time occurrence? If the answer is yes, 99% of the time you're covered. If the answer is no, 99% of the time you're not covered. This advice applies to the US. You can rent a nice casket for the funeral and be buried in a cheaper one. Our physical presence/approach toward the user will sometimes fix the problem they are facing without any additional effort, IT support. When I worked as a pharmacy tech, I spent a lot of time calling insurance companies and waiting on hold while the world burned around me. One time I got impatient with the voice recognition bot because it kept hearing background noise and made selections impossible, so I started cursing it out. Turns out if you say the F word a few times in a short span, the bot recognizes you as an angry customer and will switch you to a representative real quick. I did this multiple times to a lot of strange looks from my coworkers until I explained the hack. Quick edit: since I'm getting a lot of the same responses, I now know that you can spam 0 or hashtag to get the same results. It's a feature being phased out in places. Shouting representative or operator also works. Consulting, we don't know either. Paramedic here, keep a list of your medical history, medicines, allergies, health card info and next of kin contact info on a paper on or in your fridge. It's a common place for us to look. If you're incapacitated, we have all the info we need. Lean into the bite. I work in pediatrics and we're taught that if a child bites you, lean into it, push whatever part of you they're biting further into their mouth, because their automatic reaction will be to open their mouth and the risk of them breaking your skin is greatly diminished. Source: I was just bitten at work. Face with rolling eyes. Edit: a word and grammar. Also, how the hell is my most upvoted comment about being bitten at work? Face with tears of joy. Therapy cash pay rates are negotiable at many private practices if you are uninsured or your insurance does not cover behavioral health. If you know you're shipping something within a few hours drive of you, always pay for the cheaper shipping option. The premium shipping option is just a markup if you know you're sending something close by. It will arrive the same day regardless. If you're nice to my receptionist, I will find a way to squeeze you onto my schedule. If you're AB, then you can have whatever the next available appointment is. If you make the office staff cry, you get a certified letter firing you from the practice. Academic here, to get a PDF of a paper you can usually email the author and ask for one. The times I've tried this they've been happy to share. After checking if it's available on, of course. Don't mess around with formatting your references manually, use something like to automate the whole process. Computer engineer here. We ship so many products that have broken features. The product is fused at the factory to disable features that just didn't bake fully before we needed to ship. Every product I ever worked on has a half dozen bugs that we could have fixed if only we had more time and money. Eventually you have to say it's good enough and ship something to make money. I used to work in credit cards. If you disputed a charge for less than $75, not as fraud, we would just credit you the money. Most the time we wouldn't even investigate it past the initial chargeback. If we didn't win the case you still got your money back. However, if we find out you've figured this out, we would stop giving you the credit unless we won. We've even closed accounts that took advantage of it. But if you want your money back as a one-time thing or whatever, you'd be fine. I work in IT and can confidently say that providing bribery in terms of food or snack will 100% get your issue taken care of faster and will help you jump the line in the ticket queue. Good audio engineers will have faders/knobs that don't do anything. When the talent asks for a change that's goofy or makes no sense, we'll adjust that phantom knob and watch them nod their head in approval of their amazing idea. Just ask customer service for a replacement. Doesn't matter if you didn't buy an extended warranty. Doesn't matter if there was no warranty to begin with. A lot of companies just want to resolve customer complaints quickly and will give you free replacements on request. You don't have to buy solar panels from some door knocker for $20,000 to $30,000. There is absolutely nothing magical or financially superior about what they do. You can just buy the parts, or a kit, and hire an electrician to install it for about half the retail price. I'm a singer, and I book a lot of wedding/corporate/general gigs. If you come to me directly rather going through an agency, I can plan and run all the music whether you want just me and a guitar to full band and DJ for after party. It can literally save you thousands. Some agencies put a 40 to 60% markup on my services, and I ask them for more than I'd charge someone privately. It's crazy. If you're looking for entertainment, try and contact direct. If you buy flights through Spirit at the airport, one of the random fees, it's called the user fee or something like that, doesn't apply, so they cost like half as much. I've flown round trip to Chicago for $30, Houston for $45, Miami for $50, etc.